Hey, if you're into cars, racing, land speed records, and cool things antique from days gone by,
then boy, do we got a place for you.
Let's go check it out. So if you like getting out on the road either by yourself or with friends, either on 2 wheels or 4,
we found the mecca of motoring fun at the Mendenhall Museum here in Buellton, California.
This former church worships speed.
Yep, this is the kind of service I would go to every Sunday.
So this private museum is open by appointment to take yourself or your group on a tour. They love to have car and motorcycle groups on site, and they only ask $15 a head for a tour.
And in our opinion, it's totally worth it.
This private collection in the Santa Ynez Valley houses the largest collection of gasoline pumps, globes, porcelain, gas and oil road signs, and there's a ton of cars and racing memorabilia and a huge collection of license plates.
And of course, before we could even get started, my wife had to make a quick pit stop.
Okay, to be fair, the bathroom is actually part of the tour, Mike.
That's true.
And you gotta love that redneck plunger.
Yeah, we're definitely getting one of those.
So back in the 50s, a guy named Jack Mendehall owned a Richfield service station and towing company in town. He was always really interested in different collectibles and things that had to do with gas stations, gas pumps, and this really fueled his desire to start collecting.
Yeah, and racing.
This is one of Grandpa's last dragsters. He used to race up in Santa Maria, and then back in the 90s, him and Ed tried to restore it, get it back out racing at the nostalgic drags out near Bakersfield, but unfortunately he didn't pass that, so they never raced here.
So that lovely lady was Misty Mendenhall. That's Jack's granddaughter. She was kind enough to give us the tour of the place.
This whole family's into cars and racing, and gosh, was she a wealth of knowledge.
So another thing I really loved was getting up close to these race cars and all their history.
Yeah, and including the history of a somewhat unusual sponsorship. Pea soup?
So if you've traveled up the coast in Central California, no doubt you've seen the billboards for Anderson pea soup. And speaking of pea soup, how many people are fans of pea soup? Let us know in the comments.
Our tour was just beginning, but I really felt like I was on some sort of really good episode of American Pickers or Antiques Roadshow.
Yeah, and speaking of antiques, look at this thing. How old do you think this thing is?
Wow, I have never seen a gas pump like that. It was cool seeing Jack's old Richfield stuff from his original gas station. I mean, do any of you guys out there remember Richfield Gas? Let us know below.
Hey Renee, check out this rally car.
That is a rally cool car.
Yeah, if you guys think I'm kidding, I'm not. They would run this 71 Cutlass in the Baja, so that's pretty crazy if you ask me. That is just maybe the craziest thing, that this is what they would off-road in.
I know, yeah, back then they thought 4 inches of travel was a lot.
I'm not sure this would have been my first pick for a rally car. How about you guys? And we were really interested to hear about his previous partnership with actor James Garner, who was an amazing racer.
Right, he also ran one of these old Cutlasses.
And apparently Jack was friends with so many drivers from so many different types of series. It was amazing going through everything. Now, I got to say, I'm a bit of a collector myself. I was astounded to find out that there were over 1,500 different license plates here.
Hey, look, they even got some from your home state.
Right? Some stuff back from Amish country. Very impressive.
Do horse and buggies really need license plates, Renee?
Oh, yeah.
So everywhere you turn, there's something cool to look at. Here's a prehistoric Pontiac.
So I really got into the sheer size and variety of all the graphics on the can collection here at the Mendenhall Museum.
Hey Renee, what about my can collection?
Mike, yours was an empty beer can collection.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was still kind of cool.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of cool, check out this old-timey fire truck. They actually built the room around it.
Hey, that actually is pretty cool. I guess it's not going anywhere now.
Nope. And here's another old Oldsmobile. This one's got a relatively modern Chevrolet crate engine in it.
Now, while this is not their daily driver, it does get a lot of use and gets out of the garage pretty much, doesn't it, Mike?
Absolutely, they use this car.
This car looks like the kind of car you can have fun in the back seat. So check out this 1956 four-door Cadillac convertible. Now, I know what you're saying to yourself. Cadillac didn't make a four-door convertible.
Nope, but these guys sure took care of that. They just chopped the top off.
That works for me. So the Mendenhall has so many outdoor and indoor places to explore.
That's right. This place has got 12 different garages full of memorabilia and collector cars.
Oh gosh, yeah. There is so much to see and do here.
This place is like a whole different city at night. We have like 40 neons.
Oh, I can imagine.
Pretty fun.
Misty was telling us how Jack got his son, her dad, into racing as a child. Look at this cool quarter midget car. Lots of trophies.
So this is one of my favorite cars. This is a 67 Mustang Fastback. This one is especially cool because they pulled a 289 out and threw a 427 in. Arguably the best motor of its time. Unfortunately, they ended up pulling that out and it now sits with a 390 in it.
But when we acquired it, it only had 11,000 miles on it. So now it only has 13,000 original miles on it.
So for you Bonneville Salt Flat fans, this museum also houses the Dry Lakes Racing Hall of Fame. Every year, inductees would gather at this place to be entered into this very prestigious club.
So this beauty right here is fast, but it's not the car that he used to get into the 200-mile-an-hour club. This car only went 151 miles an hour on the salt flats.
Only.
This thing was so fast and so light that they had to put 2,000 pounds of lead in it to keep it on the ground.
2,000 pounds of lead?
That's right.
Wow.
So these days it's pretty easy to get into the 200-mile-an-hour club, but back then it was a real accomplishment.
Oh yeah. Now, while the collection does house some reproductions here and there really is a true collection of antique pumps and old antique gas station and automotive repair equipment.
Yeah, now these things range from as rusted out as you could probably imagine, all the way to completely restored and absolutely beautiful.
And pristine. But I do dig a little natural patina, sometimes a lot.
So there's tons more of this museum to show you guys.
Yeah, there's so much to see and do. We're going to have to make a part 2. So we'll have to save it for next time. But thanks so much for watching, and we'll check you out later. Bye, guys.
See ya.